No, ma'am, no, ma'am. I unfortunately raised hand.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, so let us start with today's class. So let us see what we have done in power series. So summary of power series or last two lectures is, so even if you don't understand power series, so please try to understand what I am summarizing, and then you can move ahead with today's lecture. Okay. So summary is a series of this form: Cn x raised to power n or Cn x minus a raised to power n from 0 to infinity, n from 0 to infinity. This is called power series about x is equal to a, x is equal to a, and this is called power series about x is equal to, sorry, 0. Here this is about x is equal to 0, and this is about x is equal to a. Until now we talked about convergence, absolute and conditional convergence, right? And we also talked about the radius, center, and interval of convergence. Okay. And we did not talk about that what is the sum of the power series. Okay, we did not talk about that what of the sum function, because this is a series involving x, so sum will also involve x, so that will be a function, so that is sum function. So we did not talk about this. Also, if you remember, one day I was writing 1 upon 1 minus x as 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on, and somebody asked me that, ma'am, I don't understand how you are writing this thing, how you are writing this equals to this for mod x less than 1. That day I told you that you can just write the binomial, you can write it as 1 minus x raised to power minus 1, and that will be equal to 1 plus x square and so on. But today we will start with, so we will try to answer these questions, that what will be the sum function, or given a function how can you write a power series. So the first question which we are going to answer is, given f of x, how can you write its power series about x is equal to a? Fine. So this is the question which we are going to answer now, that you are given a function f of x and we want to know how can we write the power series of that function. So let fx is such that all derivatives, all order derivatives of fx at x is equal to a exist. It means that fa is defined, f dash a is defined, f double dash a is defined, f triple dash a is defined, and so on. So this is a condition, first condition. Then only you can write the power series. So I'm assuming that my function is such that its value at a, its derivative, first derivative, second derivative, third derivative, fourth derivative, infinitely many derivatives are defined at x is equal to a. Fine. Now I am assuming, let f of x is equal to n from 0 to infinity Cn x minus a raised to power n is the required power series. Okay. So here you see Cn is unknown. This Cn is unknown. Everything else x is just a variable, and a is known because it is given, and f of x is also given. So the only unknown is Cn. So I want to compute these Cn's. So what I can do is, you see, f of x is c0 plus c1 x minus a plus c2 x minus a square plus c3 x minus a cube. I'm just expanding this thing. Plus c4 x minus a raised to power 4 plus c5 x minus a raised to power 5 and so on. So now if I put x is equal to a in this, so what I will get f of a is equal to c naught. X is equal to a will make this term 0, this term 0, this term 0, all the terms 0 because every term is having x minus a. So I got the value of c naught as f of a. Now, is that thing clear to everybody that c naught is f of a?
Yes, ma'am.
Now you just differentiate it once. Differentiate it once. It with respect to x. So what you will get, f dash x is equal to, this is the constant, so derivative will be 0. So here this will be c1 plus 2c2 into x minus a plus 3c3 into x minus a square plus 4c4 x minus a cube and so on. Fine. Now here you put x is equal to a. So what you will get, f dash a is equal to c1 and all other terms they involve x minus a. So that will be 0. So that gives you c1 is f dash a. So I computed the value of c naught. It is f of a. c1 is f dash a. Now you again differentiate it with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. So you will get f double dash x is equal to, c1 is a constant, so its derivative will be 0 plus, here you will get 2c2 and the derivative here will be 1 plus, here you will get 3 into 2 from here. Okay, c3 x minus a plus here you will get 4 into 3 c4 x minus a square and so on. Everybody is getting? This is very simple, but only calculations are involved. Now again you put x is equal to a here. So what you will get, all the terms here involve x minus a. So you will get f double dash a is equal to 2c2. So from here c2 is f double dash a upon 2. Is that thing clear? Fine.
Ma'am, can you please explain it again? I'm getting a little confused.
Okay, beta. So you have f of x. I just put x is equal to a. All the terms here, they involve x minus a. So when you put x is equal to a, you will get 0 everywhere except at c naught. So
Yes,
your c naught is f of a. Now I differentiate it once with respect to x. So c naught will be gone and c1 will be only c1 and x minus a derivative will be 1. And then all other terms, when you do the derivative, you will have x minus a term. So when I put x is equal to a, so only c1 will be left. All other terms will give me 0 because every term is having x minus a. So I will get c1 is equal to f dash a. Fine. And again I differentiate it with respect to x. So I will get 2c2 from here, and in all other terms there will be a term of x minus a. So when I put x is equal to a, I'll get all 0 except 2c2. So I will get c2 equal to f double dash a upon 2. So now you again differentiate it once. Obviously we can keep on doing this, but in a moment we will generalize. Differentiate with respect to x. So what you will get, f triple dash x will be equal to, you see here what you will get, this will be 0. So here you will get 3 into 2 into c3 plus 4 into 3 into 2 into x minus a and so on. So all other terms will have x minus a. So when you put x is equal to a, you will get f triple dash a is equal to, this is actually 3 factorial c3. So you will get c3 is equal to f triple dash a upon 3 factorial. Here also this is 2 factorial because 2 into 1. Can you see? Next time you will get 4 factorial. So in general, you can see fourth derivative at a upon 4 factorial will be your c4. Fifth derivative at a upon 5 factorial will be your c5 and so on. Okay, so it means that given f of x, corresponding power series will be f nth derivative at a upon n factorial x minus a raised to power n from 0 to infinity. Is that thing clear to everybody? This is called Taylor series. Okay, so you see there is no difference between power series and Taylor series. The only thing is when you have a series like this, no fx involved, we call it a power series. And when you have fx and from that fx you generate a power series, that is called Taylor series of f of x about x is equal to a. Is that thing clear? Okay, so when you write a power series of a function f of x, you call that as Taylor series of that function about x is equal to a. And if a is equal to, this is the name of the person, okay? And if a is equal to 0, then the corresponding series will be n from 0 to infinity f nth derivative at 0 upon n factorial x raised to power n. This is called Maclaurin. Again, the name of the fellow, Maclaurin series of f of x about x is equal to a. Okay, so what is the takeaway from the above discussion? That given a function f of x whose derivatives at x is equal to a exist of all orders, you can construct Taylor series as summation n from 0 to infinity f nth derivative at a upon n factorial x minus a raised to power n. And if x is equal to, if a equal to 0, you call it as a Maclaurin series. Maclaurin series if a is 0. Okay, so let us do one problem.
Ma'am, expansion of sin x cos x e to the power x is find out using this.
Yes. Okay, so I can tell you. So you see, let us start with e raised to power x itself. E raised to power x. The question is, write the Maclaurin series. Write the Maclaurin series for x, f of x is equal to e raised to power x. Fine. So Maclaurin means you have to take a equal to 0. So you will start that Maclaurin series of e raised to power x is n from 0 to infinity. If I just call it as f of x, nth derivative of f at 0 upon n factorial x raised to power n. So I need to compute the derivatives, right? Can you see? So you will start with f of x is e raised to power x. F dash x will be again e raised to power x. F double dash x will be again e raised to power x, and so on. So what will be the value of f at 0? That is 1. What is the value of f derivative at 0? That is again 1. F double dash 0 is 1, and so on. So what is your Maclaurin series? Therefore, Maclaurin series is summation n from 0 to infinity 1 upon n factorial x raised to power n. Clear? Is that thing clear? So the Maclaurin series for e raised to power x is 1, 0 put karoge pehle aap, 1 e raised to power x upon, then you will put x n equal to 1, so that will be x upon 1 factorial plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial, and so on. Okay, now the question is, when okay, that is a separate question actually, so let me discuss it later. Right now we are just writing, given a function, we have just written the series corresponding to that function. Is that okay? Clear hai sabko? So let me give you one more problem. Generate the Taylor series. Generate Taylor series of f of x is equal to, just a minute. Recording is on. I was just checking. Generate the Taylor series of f of x is equal to 1 by x about x a equal to 2. About a is equal to 2. Okay? Clear? So you have f of x is equal to 1 by x and Taylor series will be summation n from 0 to infinity f nth derivative at a divided by n factorial x minus a raised to power n. So I need to compute the derivatives. So let us compute the derivatives. So f of x is 1 by x. F dash x will be minus 1 by x square. F double dash x will be how much?
2 by x3.
Okay. F triple dash x will be minus 2 into 3. That will be 3 factorial upon x raised to power 4. Because I have to write a general term. Because I cannot keep on computing the infinite derivatives. So I have to look for a general term. F fourth derivative will be plus 4. 3 factorial into 4 will be 4 factorial. X raised to power 5. Fifth derivative will be, you see the pattern, right? So you can say that nth derivative, okay, let me not write here. So you can say that.
Ma'am, can you scroll up? Ma'am, can you scroll up for 1 second? Thank
Here?
you, ma'am.
Okay. So you
Yes,
can just
ma'am.
write nth derivative as, can you tell me?
minus 1 to the
Minus
power
1 raised to
n
power n
into
factorial
n factorial
power
divided by.
n plus 1.
Hmm.
Everybody can see that? Because if you have 5 here, 5 factorial here, negative sign. 4 here, then 4 factorial here, positive sign. So we get that at x is equal to a कितना दिया हुआ है? मैं 2 दिया हुआ है. Okay, so we need to compute the derivative at 2. So that will be minus 1 raised to power n factorial upon 2 raised to power n plus 1. Clear? Clear? ये वाली चीज हमारी compute हो गई. Now, therefore, Taylor series will be what? Summation n from 0 to infinity. You put the value here. Minus 1 raised to power n factorial upon 2 raised to power n plus 1 upon this n factorial into x minus 2 raised to power n. This and this will cancel. So you get minus 1 raised to power n upon 2 raised to power n plus 1 x minus 2 raised to power n from 0 to infinity. Okay, tell me if you have any doubt. This is the corresponding Taylor series. Okay, so what we have done is, here we started with last two questions I am combining. F of x is equal to e raised to power x, and this is the series which we got. क्या आई थी हमारी ऊपर series? We got x raised to power n upon n factorial n from 0 to infinity. Okay, and for f of x is equal to 1 by x about x is equal to 2. This is the series we got. Any doubt till here?
2 कैसे आ गया 2 raised to n plus 1
यहाँ थे ना fn हमारा ये आया था ना ये है ना
मैम
x
नीचे तो
put करोगे
ये
ना?
अच्छा
You
f dash
should-
okay okay
at a you have to compute. A is 2.
yes ma'am okay
Clear to everybody? Now, have you noticed that I am not writing this equal to this? Anywhere I am not writing this equal to this. Because I'm not writing this, the reason is Note that from f of x, you construct a series. You construct a power series. Okay. Now that power series will converge for some values of x and will diverge for some values of x. Okay. And for these values where it is diverging, there is no sense of talking about that power series. And for these values where it is converging, it may not converge to fx. Is that thing clear? So you are given, most of the cases this will happen that if you are having a power function, you construct a power series which we are calling as Taylor or Maclaurin series. Right? So that Maclaurin series, because now it is an infinite sum, it may diverge for some values as we have seen in the last exercises. And it will converge for some values of x. Most of the times it will converge to f of x. But in some cases, and I will give you an example later on, it may not converge to f of x. That is why I am not writing this equal to this. Is that okay? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You will understand it more clearly. Just try to listen what I am saying. So again, this question I am rephrasing. Write the Taylor series of f of x is equal to 1 by x about 2. Okay. And question is, does the series converge to 1 by x or not? Right? So again, you are given f of x is equal to 1 by x. We just saw that you can construct a Taylor series as we have done above. So that is going to be n from 0 to infinity. What we have got? We have got this series as minus 1 raised to power n, 2 raised to power n plus 1, x minus 2 raised to power n. Now, can you see anything about the convergence of this series? This series is, first term is 1 by 2, second term is x minus 2 upon 2 square, third term is x minus 2 cube upon 2 cube, 2 raised to power, square here and 3 here and so on. So this is a GP with common ratio x minus x minus 2 upon 2. Clear? So convergent for mod of x minus 2 upon 2 less than 1. So that is mod of x minus 2 less than 2. So that is for x between 4 and 0. So it is convergent only when x is between 0 and 4, and its sum is a upon 1 minus r. So that is equal to 1 by 2 upon x by 2, which is equal to 1 by x. So it means that you had a function f of x, right? This is defined for all x other than 0. And you construct a power series using this function, Taylor series. And that Taylor series converges to f of x only for this region. Is that okay? Is that thing clear to everybody? So you will say that the Taylor series is convergent to the given function from where we have generated only for 0 less than x less than 4. And everywhere else it is divergent. Clear है बेटा ये चीज सबको?
Can you apply power series to the formula 2 plus 2 square plus 2 cube?
This is not a power. This is just a series. No, power series means you have x involved, so that you have to discuss. These are constants, right?
Okay.
Okay,
तो
बेटा.
आपने क्या लिखा है मैम सम में and its sum is
Sum is a upon 1 minus r.
आ गया मैम.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so let us talk about e raised to power x. Now e raised to power x, you constructed a power series. What you got? N from 0 to infinity. क्या आई थी आपकी power series? X raised to power n upon n factorial. This is the power series which you have got. Right? Now can you tell me about the convergence of this power series? Can you tell me anything about the convergence of this power series? ये मैंने करवाया था कल. So you see here.
मैम
AN
इससे पहले वाला भी फिर से एक्सप्लेन कर दो.
It depends on x value, it is
Which one
convergent
we
or
have just,
not.
yeah, this one.
Yes, ma'am.
You see, ये समझ में आ गया that you have a function 1 by x and from that function you construct a power series. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we want to see the moment you have a power series, infinite series, there is a question of convergence, right? So now we have this power series. We want to know whether it is convergent or not. This is the GP with common ratio minus x minus 2 by 2. So we know that this will converge only when this quantity here is less than 1. So I am saying that this series which we have constructed is convergent only when this is less than 1, that is x is between 0 and 4. And when it is convergent, the sum is a upon 1 minus r. So sum is 1 by x. It means that the power series or the Taylor series which you have constructed is convergent to the original function only for 0 less than x less than 4. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the same thing I am doing for e raised to power x. You see, for e raised to power x, you have constructed this power series. Now, in the last question, it was a GP. So, you understand, whenever your power series is GP, you can straight away apply the result that mod r less than 1 hona chahiye. But this is not a GP. So, that is why you have to deal with whatever we had done yesterday, that you will apply ratio test. Although I have already done this, but let me do it again. So for checking the convergence of this series, so you will do an plus 1 upon an, limit n going to infinity. So that is limit n going to infinity, mod of x raised to power n plus 1 upon n plus 1 factorial divided by mod of x raised to power n upon n factorial. So that is equal to mod of x upon n plus 1, limit n going to infinity. So this is 0. So this limit is 0 irrespective of the value of x. So by ratio test, what? It is convergent always.
Convergent.
So you know that whenever you write e raised to power x, you never write that this is for some values of x. This is true for all values of x. You know, right? You know this thing that this is true for all values of x. You don't write here mod x less than 1 or something else. So that the reason is this is convergent for all values of x. Okay, so how to find the sum, that I'm not telling you here because that is not the part of our course and that is not easy also. So how to find the sum, that is a different thing, because I told you that the sum may be different, but that is not the case here. So sum is different from f of x in a very rare case. Ye clear hai sabko? So let me summarize again. So given a function f of x, okay, you construct a Taylor series or Maclaurin series for a equal to 0. What is that formula? You should remember. N from 0 to infinity. F ka nth derivative at a upon n factorial. X minus a raised to power n. And then you check the convergence of that series. Fine. Okay, so one type of the question which may be asked is this, which I have just wrote here. Write a Taylor series of a function and then it will be asked that for what values of x it will be convergent. It means that you have to apply all the results which we have done previously. So is that thing clear to everybody about Taylor series?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there is one last small thing which I have to tell, then we will go for doubts. So there is something called Taylor polynomial. You see what we are doing here. So the next topic is Taylor polynomial. So you have f of x is equal to, we just saw that for f of x you can write you can write for f of x, you can write the Taylor series like this. F of a plus f dash a upon 1 factorial into x minus a plus f double dash a into x minus 2 square upon 2 factorial, f triple dash a upon 3 factorial into x minus a cube, and so on. Fine. So if you just suppose my function is something complicated. Suppose it is log of 1 plus tan x. And I want to approximate my function with a polynomial. So what I can do is, I can just take first term of the Taylor series. That is a polynomial of degree 0. Polynomial of, we call it as Taylor polynomial of order 0, sorry. And then if you take this up to linear, f of a plus f dash a upon 1 factorial x minus a, we call it as Taylor polynomial of order 1. If you take 3 terms, f of a plus f dash a upon 1 factorial x minus a, please mute yourselves, plus f double dash a upon 2 factorial x minus a square. We call it as Taylor polynomial of order 2. And so on. If you take f of a plus f dash a upon 1 factorial into x minus a, and so on up to nth derivative at a upon n factorial into x minus a raised to power n, we call it as Taylor polynomial of order n. Got it? So this is the, if you just take one term, that is polynomial of order 0. If you take the term up to first derivative, that will be called polynomial of order 1. If you take terms up to second derivative, you will call it as polynomial of order 2, and so on. If you are taking up to nth derivative, you will call it as Taylor polynomial of order n. Okay. For example, we have a problem for f of x is equal to cos x. For f of x is equal to cos x, write Taylor polynomials of order 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? With a equal to 0. Means the center you will take as 0. So you know that for f of x, if the center is 0, you have this f of a plus f of 0 plus f dash 0 upon 1 factorial into x minus 0 plus f double dash 0 upon 2 factorial into x minus 0 square plus f triple dash 0 upon 3 factorial into x minus 0 cube plus f fourth derivative in at 0 upon 4 factorial x minus 0 raised to power 4, and so on. So Taylor polynomial of order 0, Taylor, okay, before that let us do the calculations. So we have f of x is equal to cos x. So what will be f dash x? That will be minus sin x. What will be f double dash x? That will be minus cos x. F triple dash x? That will be sin x. F fourth derivative at x, that will be cos x. So now compute the values at 0. So that will be 1, 0, minus 1, 0, 1. Okay. So Taylor polynomial of order 0 will be what? F of 0, that is 1. Taylor polynomial of order 1, that will be 1 plus 0, that is again 1. Now then Taylor polynomial of order 2, that will be 1 plus 0 plus f double dash 0 is minus 1 by 2 factorial x square. So that is 1 minus x square by 2. So Taylor polynomial of order 3, that will be 1 plus 0 minus 1 upon 2 factorial x cube plus f triple dash is again 0. So that is 1 minus x square upon 2 again. So can you see what is happening? So Taylor polynomial of order 0 and 1, they are same. Taylor polynomial of order 2 and 3, they are same. Right? So that is why we don't call it degree. Is that okay? So you may have a question in your mind why we are not calling it as a degree 1, because degree is 1. Because this term may be 0. So final degree may not be 1. So this is the example. So you got it, that how to write the Taylor polynomials? First thing is that, and why we are not calling it a degree. We are calling it as a order because sometimes the derivative may be 0, this term may be 0, and the final degree may not be 1 for first order, and final degree may not be 3 for the third order. That is why we are calling it as order, not degree. So you should understand how to write the Taylor polynomials. That is same as writing the Taylor series. Only thing is, if you are asked to write the first order Taylor polynomial, means you have to take up to first derivative. If you are asked to write the fourth order Taylor polynomial, means you have to write up to fourth order derivative. Okay, beta? So, oh my god, it's 5 o'clock. आपने याद नहीं कराया. So you see, we have completed exercise 8.9. I will do more problems on Monday. Okay, and then we will have the last exercise, which is 8.10, and then this chapter is over. I have already shared the photographs with you for doing the exercises. Is that okay, beta? Everybody?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 8.9 is quite simple. 8.9 is just writing the Taylor series, Maclaurin series, and the Taylor polynomials. That's it. So we will do more problems on Monday, and then we will move on to 8.10. We will do more problems. If you don't understand, we will discuss it more, and then we will go to the next exercise. Okay, beta? So I think we have 10 minutes left. 10, or I think very less, because 5:10 the next class will start. So maybe we can ask, you can ask me some of your doubts. Yes, beta. Please go for your doubts. Nobody is having doubts. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Doubts nahi hai aaj? Anything you can ask, beta, if you have any doubts. Okay, then if you don't have doubts, then I will give you one question. You can do that. Find the Taylor polynomials generated by f of x is equal to e raised to power x. Find the Taylor polynomials of order 5 and 6 for f of x is equal to e raised to power x. This you can do. Okay. This is very simple. Can you tell me, orally can we do? What will be the Taylor polynomial of order 5? What is the Taylor series? That is x raised to power n upon n factorial about x is equal to 0. It should be given. It should be clear that if you have to write the Taylor series of e raised to power x about x is equal to 2, then you will get something else here. So you have to take care of that thing, right? So that is the Taylor series. Now if you want to just keep up to order 5, it means that we want f of 0 plus f dash 0 upon 1 factorial x plus f double dash 0 upon 2 factorial x square plus f triple dash 0 upon 3 factorial x cube plus f fourth derivative at 0 x4 by 4 factorial plus f fifth derivative at 0 x5 by 5 factorial. So your Taylor polynomial of order 5 will be 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x4 upon 4 factorial plus x5 upon 5 factorial. So this is the Taylor polynomial of order 5, and similarly you can write the Taylor polynomial of order 6. Okay, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anything more?